Hi, Cindy here, and I found this entertaining article. 30 things people ask when you're from Minnesota. So I thought I'd clear this up with you guys since I was born and raised in Minnesota. the land of 10,000 lakes. Yeah, I'm getting the information off my phone. Okay. Number 1. Oh man, it's cold there, right? Only during the winter. Only during the winter. The coldest months that I'd advise you not to visit unless you like cold weather is probably November through April. It starts warming up around May. Though we have had snow in May as well. But the months that you want to... But if you like really warm weather, you should still come by Minnesota. July and August are the hottest months in Minnesota, so start planning your vacations now here. Aren't you basically Canadian? Well, yeah. I mean, we sound a lot like Canadians. I have a Canadian friend, and she sounds a lot like me, but we're still in the USA. We're still in the United States. Why is it called the land of 10,000 lakes? We have over 11,000 lakes. So, and I think land of 10,000 lakes has a better ring to it than a land of 11,000 lakes. Now, why do you talk so much about the weather? The weather is brutal here. Like, in the winter, it can get as cold as negative 50, or even colder than that. And then during the summer, it can get up over 100. And then we've had 20-degree differences from day to day before. It's insane. And then number 4, why do people go ice fishing? It's just a hobby that we have. I've personally been ice fishing with one of my classes when I was a senior in high school, and it was alright. Nobody got anything, but it was kind of cool. We saw a bald eagle land on the ice. It was probably like, what are you guys doing with my food? Do you just love going to the Mall of America? I actually personally do like going there, but, yeah, it is a pretty cool mall, but, yeah. Long lines. Things are pretty pricey. And then, is everyone you know, like, super nice? I wish! But we're just like everyone else in the United States. Like, we might be more polite than average, but we're just like everyone else. I mean, I got bullied pretty harshly when I was growing up, so... And then, what do you mean by, that's interesting? I admit, I do say that. That's just basically a nice way of saying... Well, the article says it pretty nicely here. Basically, that it's either about the least interesting that they've heard all day, or that it's not the choice of Minnesotan you're talking to would ever choose to make. Not that anyone would ever say to that to your face. So yeah, that's basically it. And then what the heck is lutefisk? I've actually never tried it, but it's a Norwegian food that we have here. And then number 10. Aren't you cold in those shorts? It's only 50 degrees. It is, 50 degrees is very nice here in the spring. Very nice in the spring. Because think of it, usually our winters are in the single digits, or in the tens, or even the negatives. And then, so when 50 degrees first rolls around in the spring, it feels like heaven. It's like, oh, it's so warm, oh my god, let's all go to the beach because it's so warm out. And then why are the mosquitoes so terrible here? We have the same question. No matter where you go in Minnesota, you will deal with mosquitoes. So, if you don't live in Minnesota and you want to visit, pack up on some bug spray. And then, what's an oofta? I've actually said oofta before. I admit it. The article said it pretty nicely here, too. Well, there's no direct translation, but basically, wow, or geez, or what your grandma says when she doesn't want to swear, but secretly wants to swear. Context is key. Once for example, once when I accidentally said oofta, I nearly fell off my front step. Yeah, I can be really clumsy at times. And then I was like, oof, and then I was thinking, oh God. And then don't you just love the movie Fargo? Oh God. This might sound really odd, but the stereotypical Minnesotan accent actually really annoys me. Oh, don't you know? It just annoys me. And then why do you hate Wisconsin so much? This might be very rare for someone from Minnesota to say, but I actually really like Wisconsin. Wisconsin is so similar to Minnesota in so many ways. But the main reason why a lot of Minnesotans don't like Wisconsin anyway, football. And I don't like football at all. I think football is very annoying to watch and very boring. So, ew, why do you put ketchup on your steak? I've actually never done that. Can I speak English? Okay. Why is everyone so excited about a stupid state fair? The Minnesota State Fair is really huge, and we have every fried food imaginable. So, and it's just fun to hang out. I've been to the state fair a couple times. I used to be in a marching band, so yeah, I'm a band geek. So what? I used to play flute. And then, why would you say it's not that cold outside? Why would you say it's not that cold when it's 10 degrees outside? I can refer you back to my answer for the 50-degree question, why we wear shorts in 50-degree weather, because the weather here, it gets really cold in the winter, so when it's 10 degrees, that's like a pretty good winter day. Can't we just hang out and watch a movie? And I like the answer this article gave. Absolutely not. There are so many warm days a year, and every single one of them must be spent outside when you're in Minnesota. I agree with that. I really like the outdoors, so, but because of my red hair and my ghost white skin, I sunburn really easily, so that sucks. And did you meet all of your current friends in high school? No. Some of them go back to elementary school, and some of them I just met this year in college. And then, what's the left C? And then, just a Scandinavian flatbread that you're going to form a mighty addiction to now that you've discovered it. I actually haven't ever tried that, but it's on my bucket list. And then, have you ever met Prince? Is this seriously a question? No. The vast majority of us don't know Prince, though that would be pretty cool. And then, aren't most foods a hot dish? Yeah, and I like the answer this article gave. No. Now sit down and eat this delicious casserole and discover everything you've been missing out on your entire life. But, I can't get over how good tater tot hot dish is. Seriously, if you don't live in Minnesota, you should definitely look up recipes for tater tot hot dish and try it. It is so freaking good. It is definitely one of my favorite foods. 23. Oh, is it Michelle Bachman from Minnesota? I love this answer. You mean she who shall not be named? Shh, Minnesotans like to keep that one hush hush. But she actually wasn't even born in Minnesota. I think she was only raised here. Technically, she was born in Iowa. And then, why don't you ever want to go to Starbucks? I know a lot of people that like Starbucks. that were born and raised here just like me. I know a lot of people that like Starbucks. Where's up north? Northern Minnesota. That's pretty much it. Northern Minnesota. And why do you say gray duck instead of goose? Difference in culture, maybe? I don't know. And then why do you have cat litter when you don't have a cat? Well, I actually have 2 cats. But cat litter is very useful for trying to drive off. Because, like, you sprinkle cat litter right by your tires on a winter day when you're having trouble driving. Of your driveway or something. And then the cat litter gives you an extra, like, push. Well, it gives you, like, extra grip, your car extra grip, so you can actually drive off. Then what do you mean you can't buy booze on Sundays? Well, I think that just got changed, so. But I'm not old enough to drink alcohol yet. I'm only 19, but. Then, what's a Juicy Lucy? Oh, only the best burger ever. There's this place near my house that has a Juicy Lucy, so I was just like, well, I might as well try it. I tried it. It was so good. It was so good. It's like, I like the description that the site gave it. A heavenly stuffed cheeseburger invented by Matt's Bar in Minneapolis. You're welcome, world. And then, don't you wish you could move sometimes? I actually personally like Minnesota with all its bipolar weather and all the weirdness that happens here. Minnesota, that's my home. We're not the most well-known state, but that's okay. And we might have the most mockable accent, but, you know. And yeah, we do have some weird people here, but it's okay. And come on, we're the home of Mall of America, and there's just so many things that I like about Minnesota. And like, that's pretty much every kind of living you'd want.